I'll cross to Kristin Tate in the US in just a moment, but first an update on the Middle East. Now, many of you have been watching for a long while will know that I put this badge showing the Israeli and Australian flags on my lapel on the 6-month anniversary of the October the 7th atrocity. It's there in memory of the hostages. So 6 months in, I put that badge on. I said I'd leave it on until all the hostages are freed. That's more than a year ago now. The hostages who survive and who remain in captivity in the hands of Hamas have been there for more than 19 months. And Hamas, though, overnight has released the last surviving Israeli-American hostage, Edan Alexander. This is ahead of President Donald Trump's one-week visit to the Middle East. Have a look at Edan reuniting with his family after spending 584 days in captivity. The cruelty of Hamas is just unimaginable, the trauma there, but the relief, obviously, brilliant to share. Let's cross now to Kristin Tate, who joins us from Boston. Good to talk to you, Kristin. Donald Trump won't be going to Israel as far as we know.
Yes, however, he's been in close contact with Netanyahu, and this is just such fantastic news about the hostage. Edan Alexander, this hostage, spent nearly 600 days, 580 days in captivity in the Gaza Strip. I mean, think of it. This is a 21-year-old, a young person. This is traumatic. But the fact that he was released and reunited with his family is a wonderful moment for the world, for America, and for Israel. And this happened because of the pressure being applied both by the Israeli military, but also by Donald Trump. Netanyahu called that combination a winning formula. I know Steve Witkoff, the U.S. Special Envoy to the Middle East, has been working hard to make this happen, and so has President Trump and, of course, Netanyahu. So this is just wonderful news.
Here's a little bit of what Donald Trump had to say about it.
So it's 20. So they have 20 live hostages there. The rest are dead bodies. We hope that we're going to have other hostages released too.
Yes, that's what we want, all of the live hostages released. He's suggesting more will come. Now, I'm not totally convinced that Donald Trump won't pop into Israel. Maybe they don't want to flag it. Maybe there could be a surprise visit. We will see. That would be hard to arrange given who he is, but we will see. The visit, no doubt, to the Middle East is very, very important, especially when you talk about global economic issues, Kristin, and the great news of this tariff pause, the pause in the tariff war between the US and China.
Yes, that's right. And U.S. stocks have surged today in the U.S. after that announcement was made. And, you know, this kind of goes to what we have been guessing about for the last month or so, which is that perhaps these tariffs are, in fact, short-term tools rather than a long-term strategy. Another interesting point is that the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, said that the U.S. and China had put in place some other sort of mechanism to make sure that the tariffs don't raise to that high level again. Unclear what that mechanism is, but that does signal that the worst of the tariffs are behind us. And again, this was a short-term tool, although, of course, there are still some tariffs in place.
There are indeed. Let's have a look again at what the president had to say.
The talks in Geneva were very friendly. The relationship is very good. We're not looking to hurt China. China was being hurt very badly. They were closing up factories. They were having a lot of unrest. And they were very happy to be able to do something with us. And the relationship is very, very good. I'll speak to President Xi maybe at the end of the week.
Yeah, it just goes to underline your point there, Kristin, and that is that this suggests that what Donald Trump's play is for free trade. He doesn't believe in tariffs for tariff's sake. This is what we're all hoping, or you and I were certainly hoping, that it's really a push to get rid of trade barriers around the world. Some say, no, Trump really wants tariffs in for the long term. This suggests not. And he and China, direct talks there with their officials, looking at getting rid of those trade barriers. It's encouraging.
Yes, Scott Bessent was actually in Geneva over the weekend speaking with Chinese counterparts. I mean, nobody thought that the talks would be this consequential and significant, but here you have it. And, you know, I don't think Trump wants the economy to spiral here in the U.S. into a recession. So de-escalation has sort of staved off that possibility of a recession or very high inflation. Two things Trump absolutely does not want.
Yeah, now one interesting sidelight to the president's trip to the Middle East is he's going to accept an aeroplane. Well, the Defence Force, the American government, is accepting a plane from Qatar because there's a bit of a hold-up in replacing Air Force One. But listen to the president berating a journalist for raising this as some sort of direct gift to Donald Trump.
Mr. President, what do you say to people who view that luxury jet as a personal gift to you? Why not leave it behind?
You're ABC fake news, right?
Why not?
Only ABC. Well, a few of you would. Let me tell you, you should be embarrassed asking that question. They're giving us a free jet. I could say, no, don't give us. I want to pay you $1 billion or $400 million or whatever it is. Or I could say, thank you very much. It's not a gift to me. It's a gift to the Department of Defense. And you should know better, because you've been embarrassed enough, and so has your network. Your network is a disaster. ABC is a disaster.
A gift to the US, Tristan. It's an unusual one. We would be willing to accept a nuclear-powered submarine, by the way, if Donald Trump wants to gift something to Australia.
Yeah, I mean, look, Chris, you know I love Donald Trump. I literally have an oil painting of Donald Trump in my study. But I need to be honest here. We should not be accepting a $400 million gift from a terror state. Qatar infiltrates American universities and spreads their anti-American, anti-Jewish propaganda. They fund terrorist groups and front groups. And Qatar is not giving President Trump this $400 million gift to just be nice. They will throw money at anyone if it thinks it will benefit them, Democrat or Republican. They gave him $1 million gift to the Bill Clinton Foundation when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. And at the time, by the way, Trump criticized them for it, saying they shouldn't accept it. So, I'm not a big fan of this.
Like the Commander-in-Chief, they know the art of a deal and they'll want something, no doubt. Thanks for joining us, Kristin.